Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Idle Manager. We're on episode 27. So after clearing out all of our negative scandal points, we now prepare ourselves to move forward and have unlocked another aspect of the game that I'm still a little confused about, but we'll find out here real quick how it works, how it functions. The B group. We got a quick rundown on how it works when we launched the B group, but some of it didn't necessarily make sense. It has limitations. It doesn't quite work like the group proper, and they seem to take some punishment. But it looks like we can actually improve the fan base, not organically, but manipulate how we improve the fan base. And we have released a number of singles, and at this point we actually have quite a few development points, I guess you would call it, development points in order to put into the group. Now I have a feeling that what this is, the 544 of 800, when we hit 800, it's going to give us another point. It's going to push us to 10. So as we get new fans, it allows us to get new fans. Now our new fans per single is what we're seeing up ahead, and we get casual teen females, we get one hardcore teen female, we get casual young adult females, and we get casual adult females. And that's about it. That's what we're putting out right now. Now our total fan base is something entirely different. The max fans, this is what I'm a little confused on. It looks like the hardcore fans caps at 30,000 for some reason, which we're way above that. So I don't think we could actually really properly improve that. What we can improve though is casual fans. So we can approach the casual fans and try to get something there. So I have a feeling if I try to click on hardcore, yeah, hardcore, almost no difference. It pushes it to 1. Okay, that was kind of what I suspected. But casual fans, if we push this one up, it does. Okay, it does create a significant increase. So I think we want to be putting points into casual, as that one is nowhere near capped. The others, we're already too large and we're not getting bonuses, but we can get bonuses for casual fans. So we might as well use up our casual fans where it's available. You can see some categories are for casual, some are for hardcore. So all the casual ones are used up. Now it looks like we do have female fans, so pushing that one up is working. Yes, okay. And then maybe we'll focus on the male fans. Okay, it's working. So female and male. Okay, excellent. That looks like some serious bonuses that we have now set up for ourselves. Presumably, I think that's how that's going to work. We'll see. No scandal points. Let's move forward. It's time. It's time for a couple things to come. By the way, that is that right there. So looking at the idle page, and that is their, I guess, research. I mean, that's what it's seen as comparatively. Research. It's the same beaker. Alright, we're going to start with auditions. Right now we have 27 in the group. We do have one that's about to retire, so that would knock us down to 26. I want to get to that 30, but we're not going to go crazy to get there. Might not be gold only, but a lot of silvers are getting passed on now. This is a 17-year-old. Training sessions are faster, so she's going to level up pretty fast. Might not be a bad one to take at 74. We'll see what else is out there, though. A 14-year-old gold jack of all trades. This is nice. That's a good one. Another silver 21. How old was this one, by the way? 17. 17's better. She is higher ranking, though. And a snitch. Doesn't hurt to have snitches in the group. They don't get stitches here. No thank you, and oof, no thank you. Only 1 gold and a couple silvers. All right, we're gonna take 3. That, for the moment, puts us at 30. 2 of those, I think they're destined to be B group lifers, but that's okay. So at the moment, I have 16 in the main group and 14 in the B group. Kawakami is graduating in 14 days, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop her down to the B group. She's on hiatus anyway, apparently, so we will not miss her necessarily. And that puts it at 15 and 15. We have a release available for the Olympians. Let's see how that goes. This is possibly the last of the lewd category we will go with. It's a failure, unfortunately, but that's okay. Olympians still turning over 100 million in profit, even though they barely sold half. Oh, lots of new fans. Lots of new fans. I didn't even let it finish off, but they very much got a large set of new fans. So yes, that has worked out. Now that all of the marketing is maxed out, I'm going to go back and use the ad campaign. I think it's going to be the most advantageous for us. Pop and rock seem to be the best combination. Rock, you get 45%, but it's young, adult, and adult, but not teen. You have 3 categories that make up age range. In pop, you get casual and hardcore. That's both varieties seeing an increase. So you're bringing up the whole thing by 17.5%, where going back to this one, you're bringing the whole thing up by an average of 15%, because teen, no change. So that's actually 2% lower. So there is more to think about in terms of these percentages and breaking down what you're actually getting out of them. This is that perfect example. Teen gets a 30% boost, but adult takes a 30% knock. And then young adult gets 15%. So that's the 3 age ranges. Overall, you're plus 15%, which means reality is the average effect is a 5% boost. So hip hop, not so good. Meanwhile, pop, average, 17.5% gain. R&B is not a bad way to go, actually, because you're going to get a huge boost in sales from females, 60%, male, no penalty, 0%, average, because again, we're dealing with that there's no LGBTQ third or non-binaries options here in this game. You got male or female, so we're looking at 30% average gain across the board. That's pretty healthy. And the heptathletes take on their final of the lewd ones, and it's a success, so that's good. We never had a super success. We did have one critical failure. We did have a number of successes, and that brings us up to a max. We sold out. That was good. It was nice. And that brings that party in on up. Level 10 capped. Nicely done. Task complete. It's another category behind us. All that's left is politics. The hobbies is so close. I want to finish the hobbies off really before I unlock the politics, because, I mean, come on. We've worked so hard. And with hobbies finished off, we have one more genre for media, just music left, and then politics is all that's left for lyrics. Those are now the only 2 research categories that are incomplete. Both not even to level 1 yet. We'll get to level 1 soon enough with politics, as we're going to have to get that off and running so we can work on it. And then all of our research from that point will go into music until we finish the 2 of them off. Next single for the Olympians. Apparently I still had one more lewd release up my sleeve, and this one did not go well as it was a critical failure. So it's the second time we've had a critical failure with 0 critical successes, even though it's all the way up to level 10 now, and even on the success side. Now, the level doesn't actually matter for this one, whether it's level 1 or level 10. Obviously, level 1 and above in order to have it unlocked. But the levels are just the impact of whether it succeeds, fails, or is critical one way or the other. The odds depend on the group, and the Olympians, well, they're just not as strong. They're our developing B group, and I think both of our critical failures came from them. However, despite the critical failure, we still end up with 67,000 new fans, and this newfound research thing that we had within the group itself, wow, what a difference that is making for us, as these new releases are allowing us to push and bring in new fans. So they are attracting new fans to the point where we just jumped to 2 million. We were about 1.75. We had 250,000 new fans in 2 or 3 song releases for the Olympians. Uh-oh. Ozeki! Okay, Ozeki's gonna leave. She's not great anyway. She's one of our weaker ones, but she's 10 stars. She's been with us for a long time, really helping that B group with their sales. And just a couple days later, Kawakami is gone. She has now retired, bringing us right back down to 29. A lighter direction, we go with the ad campaign where the odds are ridiculously good and we still fail. This is more like it. Habu turns 15 and we actually get pluses in lots of areas, and she becomes a pretty good member all of a sudden. I mean, not A-lister, but much more competent, helpful with the B group. Also, lyrics now pushing a 99, the choreography up to an 87, marketing 78, songs at 77. It's definitely getting high up there. We are closing in on really making very, very good established songs. Now, of course, we had just pushed our fan base above 2 million, but with the retirement, we're back under that mark, but we will recover that. Olympians ready for that next release. They are down a member on this one, as Kawakami was part of this group. We have success this time, nearly a critical success. That's a plus 100. And for that, the group that had never sold anything close to this almost maxed out. That was, what, 2 away from selling every copy? And we made a whole lot of money for that. And then huge increase in fans, again, coming from the Olympians. That was massive. 363,000. Dang, that worked out. There's that push up to well over 2 1/3 now in the millions category. So really, really climbing up there. And that also pushed us up to 10 billion yen. It's been a little while, but here we go with something new. Yabuki, who just featured as center, or in the new single. Just got done recording the vocals for Wanted Game. The message is kind of political. Yes. That's the topic, actually. I get that. I appreciate being chosen as center for a new single. It's just, I don't want my image to become too associated with politics. Lyrics Wanted Game are politically themed, but they're vague enough that they don't really seem to be commenting on anything too controversial, but at the same time, it's kind of skirting the edge of territory that might be uncomfortable to some people. Politics can be polarizing. Gosh, you know what country I live in. It's very polarizing. And even if you try to avoid being polarizing, that can be a problem too. Some people think that if you're not explicitly announcing to the world that you're on their side, then you must be against them. I just don't want to be put in a position where people think it's okay to start asking me for my political position on certain things. Like, what happens if I get interviewed and then get a question that's about the issues alluded to in a political song. Either I take a position and risk alienating people, or I feign ignorance and look like a foolish girl who doesn't know anything about the world. It's a lose-lose situation. Very true. I know some girls would actually like that kind of opportunity, but that's not why I became an idol. And I think the best way for me to avoid that situation is to avoid being the center of attention whenever Heptathletes does something politically themed.
ありがとうございます。
Do any political, but if you do write a political idea, just try not to involve me too much. I'll happily be a center for any non-political songs, of course. So we have a Heptathletes release ready, but we do have a formation Yabuki. It's literally her first ever feature. On top. She's young too, and she's so wise. Nakata, okay.
Yes.
Swap and Ibuki.
嬉しい。
There you go. Alright, fixed that. Let's continue on with this, and let's get that next Heptathletes single released. Add campaign. Good odds. Will we fail again? No, we succeed. What does this do for their sales? I'm guessing the 1.5 is probably going to be quite attainable now, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is. We can push to higher heights. 400 million on the profit. All level 10 stuff. That's all we're getting at the moment. But that does increase our fan base significantly and push us to new heights. I think we could almost even jump to the 2 million mark. For Heptathletes, that's one single done, so I'll prepare the next. This is kind of what I'm doing now. All ad campaigns from this point on. No reason to get into anything else. I will mix it up some, especially when you pick something that we're trying to level up. The last thing here, and last of two that need leveling. It's now at just level 4. So I'm kind of jumping from that position going, okay, we need some casual fans, and we need male fans. That'll get us male fans, but we need female and casual. So where can we get female and casual from here? Casual plus 20, so that would be good. Do we have a female and casual combination? Back row's not going to be happy as the popular ones are in the back this time.
どうしてですか？え？どうしてですか？え？
Wow, 320,000 new fans after the latest Olympians release, which only sold 100,000 copies, but it was to a lot of new people apparently. Oh gosh, Yabuki. She's not the center.
あれ？
Okay, if you did remember, then I'm having a little trouble understanding why you included me in late.
どう
You're
して
not
で
the
すか？
center. You said you were fine. I don't know. She said she was fine as long as she's not the center. She didn't say leave me out of the songs entirely. This is getting annoying. Wow. Okay. Okay, she's gone there, huh? By the way, 100 now. 100 on the lyrics. Easily selling out everything. 1.25 million copies. They're increasing their fan base quite well at the moment as well. Still not quite what the Olympians get, but they make the bigger sales. We've jumped from 1.75 to almost 2.75 million fans in a short period of time. And from 8 had just hit 9 billion, now we're already at 11 billion yen. Dang, it's money's flying in. And fatigue has finally hit 0. Been keeping a close eye on it for our world tour. We're going to start in Argentina and do one big final world tour. This is nearly the end of things. It is on the way, folks. Last couple pieces of research. The last big concert event. The singles, we're racking that up. We nearly have all the group members we need. We had 30 momentarily. We're at 29 right now. Auditions are available so we can get back to that highest level. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up right here. But oh my goodness, we are so close. We are on the verge. I mean, we have 2 more research things to go. We need 1 group member. We still need the stats. We still need the stats. And we are a little short. Sora, everything is green. But she only has 2. We need 99 and above. She has 2. Shinzawa has 3. Okabe has 3. But nobody has 6. I don't know if anybody else is going to be up there in that department. Yes! Suto has 3 that are 99 and above. We have Kojima is up there. I mean, there's plenty of candidates, but nobody has gotten where we need them to just yet. Not quite. I'm going to go ahead and pause now. We're going to start with the auditions. We're going to be preparing for our big final world tour. I'm excited. We are so close. I don't know about that last piece, though. We might come up a few points short, but we're on the verge, folks. We are on the verge. We're also on the verge of just skyrocketing in terms of our fan base and having 3 million quite soon. That's really not that big of a fan base, is it? As far as world popularity may go. Yeah, there could be a lot more. Especially when you add in casual fans compared to hardcore fans, not just hardcore fans, right? Plenty of groups have die-hard hardcore fans. But then casual fans, when you add that in, that makes their fan base much larger. Well, anyway, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.